Plato's Allegory of the Cave, Unveiling the Truth Behind the Shadows. Imagine a world where reality is nothing more than shadows on a wall. In this dark, subterranean cave, prisoners have been chained since birth. Their necks are fixed, forcing them to gaze at the shadows cast by objects behind them. This is the setting for Plato's Allegory of the Cave, a profound metaphor for human perception and enlightenment. These prisoners see only shadows, mere illusions of the true objects. They accept this shadow play as the entirety of their reality. Unaware of the outside world, they construct their beliefs based on these distorted images. Their ignorance is complete, and their understanding of life is limited to the dark, flickering forms before them. Behind the prisoners, a fire burns, and objects are moved along a pathway. These objects cast shadows that the prisoners perceive as reality. The fire represents the limited light of human understanding. The entire scene is a construct to keep the prisoners in ignorance. Plato uses this vivid imagery to illustrate his philosophy of forms. The shadows are imperfect reflections of true objects, just as our sensory experiences are mere imitations of true reality. The cave symbolizes a world where knowledge is restricted and truth is hidden. It sets the stage for a journey toward enlightenment and self-discovery. One prisoner, however, is about to break free from these chains. His journey represents the philosopher's path from ignorance to knowledge. This escape marks the beginning of an arduous but transformative journey. Let's follow him as he ventures out of the cave and into the light. Life in the shadows. In the depths of the cave, the prisoners converse about the shadows. They assign names and meanings to these shapes, creating a shared but false understanding of reality. The discussions are animated and intense, grounded entirely in the illusions before them. This society of shadows mirrors our own tendency to accept appearances without questioning. The prisoners' beliefs are reinforced by the consensus of their peers. In this echo chamber, dissenting voices are rare and often dismissed. The comfort of shared delusion outweighs the fear of the unknown. This dynamic reflects how societal norms and pressures can shape our perceptions and beliefs. The fire's light is controlled, symbolizing the manipulation of information. Those who control the fire and the objects control the prisoner's reality. This manipulation ensures that the prisoners remain ignorant and compliant. It's a powerful commentary on the control of knowledge and the nature of power. The cave is a self-contained world, a microcosm of ignorance. Its walls are boundaries that confine thought and limit exploration. The prisoner's chains are both physical and mental, symbolizing the constraints of unchallenged beliefs. Breaking free requires more than physical movement. It demands a radical shift in understanding. One prisoner begins to question the shadows. His curiosity is a flicker of light in the darkness. This spark ignites a desire to understand what lies beyond the cave. His journey from ignorance to enlightenment is about to begin. The prisoners escape. The prisoner fights against the chains that have bound him for so long. This struggle is both physical and mental, as he challenges the beliefs that have defined his existence. His initial attempts are painful and disorienting. Freedom is not easily won, but his determination is unwavering. As he moves toward the fire, his eyes begin to adjust to the light. The brightness is overwhelming, and he is initially blinded. Each step is a confrontation with the reality he has never known. The closer he gets, the more he understands the true nature of the shadows. Upon reaching the fire, he sees the objects that have cast the shadows. This revelation is both enlightening and disturbing. The shadows were mere imitations, and the truth is far more complex. He realizes that his previous understanding of reality was an illusion. He then notices a path leading out of the cave. This path represents the journey toward true knowledge and enlightenment. It is steep and challenging, symbolizing the difficulty of seeking truth. Yet, he is compelled to continue, driven by the desire to understand the ultimate reality. The ascent is arduous, and the light becomes more intense with each step. His progress is slow, and doubts plague his mind. However, the call of the unknown drives him forward. This climb is a metaphor for the philosopher's journey to seek wisdom and truth. Enlightenment. Emerging from the cave, the prisoner is greeted by the blinding light of the sun. This overwhelming brightness represents the ultimate truth and knowledge. His eyes, unaccustomed to the light, slowly adjust. The world outside the cave is vibrant and full of color, a stark contrast to the dark, shadowy cave. As his vision clears, he begins to see the true forms of objects. Trees, rivers, and mountains replace the shadows of the cave. The beauty and complexity of the real world are breathtaking. This new reality is infinitely richer and more profound than the world of shadows. Eventually, he gazes upon the sun itself. This is the source of all light and life, the ultimate symbol of truth and enlightenment. In this moment, he understands the profound difference between appearance and reality. The sun's light reveals the true nature of existence. He reflects on his journey, recognizing the courage and persistence it required. The path from ignorance to knowledge was fraught with challenges. Yet, the reward is a profound understanding of the world and his place within it. He realizes that enlightenment is a transformative and deeply personal journey. As he stands in the sunlight, he contemplates returning to the cave. He knows that his fellow prisoners remain in darkness, unaware of the true world. His newfound knowledge compels him to share the truth. The journey has come full circle, but a new challenge awaits. Returning to the cave. With a heavy heart, the enlightened prisoner returns to the cave. The familiar darkness engulfs him once more. His eyes struggle to readjust, but his mind is clear. He is determined to share his newfound knowledge with the others. He tries to explain the reality beyond the shadows, but his words are met with skepticism. The other prisoners cannot comprehend a world they have never seen. To them, his descriptions sound like madness. The chains of ignorance are difficult to break. Frustration and disbelief turn to hostility. The prisoners cling to their shadows, their comfortable illusions. They ridicule and reject the enlightened prisoner, fearing the unknown. The struggle to enlighten others is fraught with resistance. Alone in his understanding, the enlightened prisoner faces a difficult choice. He can either give up or continue to strive to educate the others. His journey has shown him the value of truth and knowledge. Despite the opposition, he resolves to persist. He starts by planting seeds of doubt, encouraging one prisoner to question the shadows. This small act of enlightenment is the first step toward breaking the chains. Change is slow, but it begins with a single spark. The journey toward truth is never solitary. Plato's allegory of the cave is a timeless metaphor for the human condition. It challenges us to question our perceptions and seek the truth. The cave represents ignorance, while the journey to the outside world symbolizes enlightenment. This allegory remains profoundly relevant in our quest for knowledge. Throughout history, many have embarked on this journey from ignorance to enlightenment. Philosophers, scientists, and thinkers have sought to uncover the truths hidden behind the shadows. Their discoveries have expanded our understanding of the world. Plato's allegory continues to inspire and guide these pursuits. In modern times, the allegory resonates with our experiences of questioning media and societal norms. The shadows on our walls may be different, but the journey to understanding remains the same. We must remain vigilant and critical, always striving to see beyond appearances. Enlightenment is a continuous process. The enlightened prisoner at the cave entrance symbolizes hope and possibility. His journey reminds us that truth is within reach, but it requires courage and perseverance. Each of us has the potential to break free from our chains. The path to enlightenment is challenging, but the rewards are immeasurable. As we conclude, let us remember the profound message of Plato's allegory. Seek the truth, question your perceptions, and strive for enlightenment. The shadows may be comforting, but only the light reveals the true nature of reality. The journey is difficult, but it is the only path to true understanding. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment if you enjoyed the content and see you in our next video.